After the peaceful resolution with the Ronorans, Nathan and Queen Liana continued working together to strengthen the alliance among various worlds. The bond between humanity and Zoraya grew deeper, bringing prosperity and cooperation to both societies. Life on Zoraya gradually settled into peace. Nathan and Liana spent many days traveling to different parts of the planet, ensuring the safety and happiness of the citizens. People welcomed their presence warmly, thankful for the stability they had brought. One day, while visiting a remote village near Zoraya's northern mountains, Nathan and Liana received troubling news. An unknown illness had suddenly spread in several villages nearby. The sickness was affecting both humans and Zorayans, causing concern and fear. Nathan immediately contacted Captain Laura aboard Aurora, requesting medical support. The Aurora quickly dispatched doctors and scientists to investigate and help. Nathan and Liana rushed to the affected villages, determined to assist the suffering people. When they arrived, they found many people ill, with symptoms including fever and weakness. Nathan quickly set up temporary medical stations, working closely with the arriving human doctors and Zorayan healers. He comforted the sick, offering kindness and hope. Liana worked tirelessly alongside Nathan, personally visiting the sick and comforting families. Her presence gave people strength, reminding them they were not alone. Together, Nathan and Liana organized aid, ensuring medical supplies reached those in need quickly. As days passed, the medical team discovered the illness was caused by a contaminated water source. Nathan helped identify and isolate the affected water supply, preventing further illness. The medical team successfully developed a treatment, and gradually people began to recover. During this difficult period, Nathan's care and compassion deeply impressed the villagers. Many thanked him personally, appreciating his sincere concern and constant support. Liana watched proudly, her respect for Nathan growing even stronger. One evening, as the villagers celebrated their recovery around a comforting fire, Nathan and Liana sat quietly nearby, reflecting on their experiences. "You never hesitate to help others, Nathan," Liana said softly, admiration clear in her voice. "Your compassion and dedication inspire everyone around you." Nathan smiled gently, humbled by her words. "I simply do what feels right. Helping others is the reason I became an engineer fixing problems, making things better." Liana gazed at him thoughtfully, her expression tender. "You have made life better for so many, Nathan. You've made my life better too." Nathan met her eyes warmly. "Liana, your courage and kindness have shown me the true meaning of leadership. I've learned so much from you." A gentle silence settled between them, filled with unspoken feelings and deep trust. The bond they shared had grown stronger through every challenge they faced together, forming a connection neither had expected but both deeply cherished. The following days were filled with further visits and support for the recovering villages. Nathan and Liana worked closely, ensuring everyone received the help they needed. Their teamwork was seamless, their mutual respect evident to all who watched. Eventually, the crisis was fully resolved, and Nathan and Liana returned to the palace. News of their efforts had spread throughout Zoraya, strengthening the people's trust in the human-Zorayan alliance even more. Soon after their return, Nathan received an urgent message from Captain Laura. A distant human colony was under threat from a natural disaster and desperately needed assistance. Without hesitation, Nathan prepared to join the Aurora to offer help. Liana stood beside Nathan as he prepared to leave, her eyes filled with both pride and sadness. "Be careful, Nathan," she urged gently. "Your safety is important to me." Nathan smiled reassuringly. "I promise to return soon, Liana. Take care while I'm gone." He boarded the shuttle, leaving Zoraya for the first time in many months. As the shuttle rose into space, Nathan felt a pang of longing for the world he had grown to love, and for Liana, whose presence had become central to his life. Upon arriving at the human colony, Nathan and the Aurora's crew quickly provided relief, rescuing survivors, and rebuilding essential infrastructure. Nathan's skills proved crucial, earning him deep gratitude from the colonists. Yet, Throughout his work, Nathan often thought of Liana, hoping she was safe and well. He realized clearly just how important she had become to him, not only as a friend and ally, but as someone deeply significant to his heart. Several weeks later, Nathan finally returned to Zoraya. His heart raced as the shuttle landed, eager to see Liana again. As he stepped onto the palace grounds, she was there, waiting. For him, her eyes bright with relief and happiness. "Welcome back, Nathan," Liana greeted warmly, her voice soft with emotion. "You were greatly missed." Nathan stepped forward, smiling warmly. "I missed you as well, Liana, more than I expected." Liana reached out, gently taking his hand in hers. "Nathan, your presence here means so much to me. When you were away, I realized just how deeply you've touched my life." Nathan squeezed her hand gently, his heart filled with warmth. "Liana, meeting you changed everything for me. You taught me about courage, kindness, and what it truly means to lead with love." They stood quietly together, their connection stronger than ever. Both understood their feelings had grown beyond friendship, shaped by shared experiences, trust, and unwavering support. They knew they had something precious, a bond that could withstand any challenge. With Nathan's return, life on Zoraya continued, filled with peace, cooperation, and hope. Nathan and Liana faced each day side by side, committed to protecting the alliance they had built and nurturing their growing relationship. Together, they embraced the future, confident in their shared strength and unbreakable bond. Following their victory against the Ronorans, Nathan and Queen Liana worked tirelessly to secure a lasting peace for Zoraya. The people admired their dedication, and the bond between humans and Zorayans grew stronger each day. Still, Nathan and Liana knew their efforts needed to continue to ensure peace endured as days passed. They held many meetings with representatives from other worlds, hoping to form alliances built on trust and friendship. Nathan often accompanied Liana, offering support and speaking honestly about humanity's intentions. His straightforwardness and sincerity earned respect from those around him. One afternoon, Nathan and Liana visited a neighboring planet called Solara, famous for its wisdom and peaceful nature. They hoped to secure support from Solara's wise leader, Elder Mirren. As their ship approached Solara, Nathan admired the planet's tranquil beauty, with lush green forests and crystal-clear lakes. Landing smoothly, they were welcomed warmly by Elder Mirren, an elderly alien with gentle eyes and a calming presence. He invited them into his simple home, offering hospitality and kindness. "Queen Liana, Nathan, your visit brings me joy," Elder Mirren said warmly. "Your efforts for peace are well known and greatly respected." "Thank you, Elder," Liana replied graciously. "We seek your guidance and support to strengthen our peaceful alliances." Nathan nodded respectfully. "We believe peace and friendship are the foundations for a strong and safe future." Elder Mirren listened thoughtfully, nodding slowly. "I see great sincerity in both of you. However, lasting peace requires patience and understanding. Many still fear humans, and those fears must be addressed honestly." Nathan felt determined. "How can we overcome these fears, Elder Mirren?" The elder smiled gently. "Through actions, young one. Words alone are not enough. People must see your sincerity firsthand." Inspired by Myron's advice, Nathan and Liana decided to host a large gathering on Zoraya, inviting representatives from multiple worlds. They hoped the event would showcase humanity's genuine desire for peace and cooperation. Preparations began immediately. Nathan assisted in organizing the gathering, making sure everything ran smoothly. He often found himself working closely with Liana, their bond growing stronger each day as they planned carefully. The day of the gathering arrived, and representatives from many worlds filled the palace halls. Nathan and Liana welcomed everyone warmly, hoping their guests would see their sincere commitment to peace. During the gathering, Nathan spoke openly about humanity's history, sharing both its mistakes and achievements honestly. His sincerity touched many listeners deeply, showing them humanity's willingness to learn and grow. After Nathan's speech, representatives approached him with questions and concerns. He listened patiently, answering each question thoughtfully. Liana stood beside him, proud of his honesty and courage. As the day continued, a sense of understanding and unity filled the palace. Many representatives voiced their support for an alliance, expressing trust in Nathan and Liana's leadership. Nathan felt a deep satisfaction, knowing their hard work was making a difference. Later that evening, Nathan and Liana walked together through the palace gardens, reflecting on the day's success. Today was important, Liana said gently, her voice filled with pride. You inspired many people, Nathan. Nathan smiled humbly. We did it together. Without your leadership, none of this would have been possible. Liana paused, looking deeply into his eyes. Nathan, your friendship and loyalty mean everything to me. Nathan met her gaze, his heart beating faster. Liana, you mean a great deal to me as well. Their quiet moment was interrupted by a sudden, urgent message from Captain Laura. A fleet of Ronaran ships had been detected moving towards Zoraya again. Nathan and Liana quickly returned to the palace, preparing once more for potential conflict. This time, however, the situation was different. Representatives from other worlds who had attended the gathering offered their support and assistance. United by their new trust, ships from several worlds arrived swiftly to protect Zoraya. As the Ronaran fleet neared, Nathan once again joined the defense, determined to protect the unity they had worked hard to achieve. The combined strength of multiple worlds sent a clear message to the Ronarans, who hesitated when faced with such unified opposition. After tense negotiations, the Ronarans withdrew peacefully, recognizing the strong alliance against them. The relief and celebration were immense. Nathan returned to the palace, tired but proud of what they had accomplished. Liana greeted him warmly, relief clear in her eyes. Nathan, together we have built something incredible. Our unity has brought peace. Nathan nodded, smiling warmly. It was your vision and courage that made it possible, Liana. Liana reached out, gently holding Nathan's hand. No, Nathan, it was our trust in each other. Our bond made this peace possible. Nathan squeezed her hand gently, deeply moved by her words. Both knew their friendship had grown far beyond simple alliance or political partnership. They had built something rare and precious, a connection strong enough to overcome any obstacle. With peace secured, Nathan and Liana knew their journey was far from over. They were determined to protect and nurture the trust they had built, committed to creating a future filled with hope and unity. Together, they stood ready to face whatever challenges came next, confident in their shared strength and unbreakable bond. After the arrest of Lord Karen and his supporters, peace slowly returned to Zoraya. Queen Liana and Nathan worked tirelessly to heal the divisions left behind by the conflict. They traveled together throughout the city, speaking to people, reassuring them, and strengthening trust between humans and Zorayans. One evening, Nathan and Liana sat in the palace garden, enjoying a brief moment of calm. The garden was peaceful, with colorful flowers and soft lights glowing gently. Nathan admired the beauty around him, grateful for these quiet moments. Nathan, Liana spoke softly, breaking the silence, you've done so much for my people and for me. Your bravery and kindness have shown everyone that our alliance is worth fighting for. Nathan smiled warmly, looking into her gentle eyes. Your courage has been an inspiration to me. I am grateful for your friendship, Liana. Liana hesitated slightly, her expression thoughtful. I hope our friendship continues to grow stronger, she said sincerely, a slight blush coloring her lavender cheeks. I hope so too, Nathan replied softly, feeling warmth spread in his chest. Days passed, and Nathan continued assisting Liana in rebuilding unity among her people. He found joy in his work, noticing the trust between humans and Zorayans steadily increasing. But peace remained fragile, and both Nathan and Liana knew their work was far from finished. One afternoon, urgent news arrived at the palace. A delegation from another alien world, the aggressive Ronarans, demanded to meet immediately. Liana, concerned but composed, quickly agreed. Nathan stood by her side, ready to support her through this difficult meeting. The Ronaran delegation arrived promptly, their leader, Ambassador Torek, tall and imposing. His green skin and fierce eyes gave him a powerful presence. He greeted Liana with cold politeness, his voice stern. "Queen Liana," Torek began formally, "your recent alliance with humans concerns us deeply. We believe humans cannot be trusted and will betray you." Liana responded calmly but firmly. "Ambassador Torek, our alliance with humanity is based on friendship and mutual respect. Nathan here has proven humanity's sincerity repeatedly." Torek narrowed his eyes at Nathan. "Humans are cunning. They seek power and control. Mark my words. You will regret this alliance." Nathan stepped forward respectfully. "Ambassador, humans desire peace and cooperation. Our actions speak clearly. We have only ever offered assistance and friendship." Torek remained unconvinced, clearly mistrusting humans. He left abruptly, promising consequences if Liana did not reconsider her position. His threats left an uneasy feeling lingering in the palace after Torek's departure. Nathan and Liana met privately to discuss the troubling visit. "Torek's words worry me," Liana admitted quietly. "The Ronerans are powerful and known for their hostility." "We will face this together," Nathan reassured her gently. "We must stay strong and show unity." Days later, news reached the palace that Ronaran warships had been spotted near Zoraya's borders. Concerned, Nathan and Liana quickly organized their defense. They hoped to avoid conflict, but understood they must prepare for the worst. Nathan assisted the Zorayan engineers in enhancing planetary defenses, working long hours without rest. Liana coordinated diplomatic efforts, seeking peaceful resolutions but preparing for possible conflict. They supported each other constantly, sharing their burdens and strength. The threat finally became real when Ronaran ships entered Zorayan space aggressively, opening fire on border stations. Panic spread across the city, but Nathan and Liana remained calm and decisive. They quickly organized defenses and assured the people of their protection. Nathan joined the Zorayan Defense Fleet, determined to protect his friends and allies. As the battle began, he focused completely, fighting bravely alongside Zorayan warriors. The combat was fierce and challenging, but Nathan's bravery and leadership inspired those around him. Meanwhile, Liana stayed strong, guiding her people through the crisis. Her calmness and bravery encouraged the Zorayans, reminding them of their strength and unity. Her words rallied her people, uniting them in courage. After many tense hours, the Ronaran fleet finally withdrew, realizing Zoraya would not yield easily. Victory filled the air, but Nathan knew the threat was not fully gone. Exhausted from battle, Nathan returned to the palace, greeted warmly by Liana. Her eyes showed relief and deep appreciation. "You have saved us again, Nathan," she said gently, her voice filled with gratitude. "Your bravery never ceases to amaze me." Nathan smiled warmly, exhaustion forgotten for a moment. "I fight for what matters most to our friendship and the peace we both seek." Liana nodded softly, her eyes warm with emotion. "I don't know what I would do without you." As they stood together, both understood their bond had grown far beyond mere friendship. They had faced trials together, overcoming them with unity, trust, and mutual respect. This victory was not just a triumph against their enemies, but a testament to their strength together. Yet, even as they celebrated, both knew the challenges ahead were not over. They needed to strengthen their alliance further, ensuring lasting peace and cooperation. Nathan and Liana prepared themselves once more, ready to face whatever future trials awaited them, confident in their unwavering trust and shared determination. After the attack on the palace, Liana and Nathan worked hard to strengthen security. Guards doubled their patrols, and extra safety measures were added throughout the palace. Nathan took a more active role, helping to install new protective devices. He wanted to ensure Liana was safe at all costs. Despite these precautions, the atmosphere inside the palace was tense. Everyone was alert and cautious. Nathan often checked on Liana, making sure she was comfortable and secure. Liana appreciated his concern deeply and found comfort in his presence. One morning, Liana summoned Nathan to the royal council chamber. She looked serious but determined. "Nathan, we need to find out who planned this attack," she began earnestly. "I want you to assist me directly." Nathan nodded without hesitation. "I will do whatever it takes to protect you and your people." They decided to quietly investigate the nobles closest to Liana. Nathan spoke discreetly with palace staff, gathering information carefully without raising suspicion. Each night, he reported back to Liana, and together they pieced together clues. Slowly, patterns began to emerge. Several nobles had meetings privately, frequently away from the palace. Nathan noticed these nobles often opposed Liana's decisions about the human alliance. One noble stood out: Lord Karen, an influential figure with a reputation for ambition and cunning. "Lord Karen is deeply opposed to our alliance," Liana explained thoughtfully. "He is powerful and many listen to him," Nathan agreed. "We must find solid evidence if we hope to prove his involvement." They planned carefully, deciding Nathan would quietly observe Karen's activities. One evening, Nathan discreetly followed Karen from the palace into the city. Hidden carefully, Nathan watched as Karen met secretly with strangers dressed in dark clothes. Using his communicator, Nathan recorded their conversation. The meeting confirmed their fears. Karen planned to destabilize Liana's rule, using false evidence to frame the humans for crimes against Jiraiya. Nathan hurried back to the palace. Eager to share this crucial discovery, Liana listened intently to the recording, her face growing serious and sad. "We must act quickly," she said firmly. "I will call a public gathering tomorrow. We will reveal the truth openly, showing our people the real threat." Nathan admired her bravery and supported her decision. "We must be ready. Karen and his followers may react dangerously." Liana nodded. "I'm aware of the risks, but truth and trust are our strongest weapons." The next day, a large crowd gathered in the central plaza. Citizens murmured anxiously, sensing something important was about to happen. Guards stood ready, watchful and alert. Liana stepped forward confidently, with Nathan standing close beside her. "My friends," she began clearly, her voice steady and strong, "we face a threat from within. Some among us wish to create fear and division." She shared the evidence gathered by Nathan, playing the recording of Karen's conversation. Shocked gasps spread through the crowd. Lord Karen stood silently, his face pale with fury and panic. "This alliance with humanity brings strength and peace," Liana continued passionately. "Those who oppose it with deception threaten our unity and future." Karen shouted angrily, trying to interrupt. "These are lies. Humans are tricking you, Queen." "Liana," Nathan stepped forward calmly, addressing the crowd. "We have come here as friends. Our actions show honesty and sincerity. Trust between our worlds benefits everyone." The crowd murmured approval, many voices rising to support Liana and Nathan. Karen, seeing his plans failing, signaled his followers to act. Suddenly, chaos erupted as Karen's supporters drew weapons. Attempting to disrupt the gathering violently, guards quickly responded, protecting citizens and confronting attackers. Nathan shielded Liana, moving her swiftly behind protective guards. Together, they retreated safely into the palace. While security swiftly regained control outside. Hours later, calm returned. Guards arrested Karen and his accomplices, ending their dangerous rebellion. Nathan and Liana sat quietly together, relieved, but exhausted. "Your bravery saved us today, Nathan," Liana said softly. "You risked much to protect me and my people." Nathan smiled warmly. "We did it together, Liana. Your courage inspired everyone." Their bond deepened further, strengthened by trust, respect, and the challenges they overcame side by side. Both knew their struggles were not yet finished, but they faced the future with hope and unity. Together, they felt ready to handle whatever came next, knowing they could rely on each other completely. Several years had passed since Nathan rescued Liana, but he often thought of her. Nathan continued his duties aboard the starship Aurora, handling various engineering tasks and becoming respected among the crew for his skill and kindness. Though his life was fulfilling, he sometimes wondered about Liana, hoping she was well and safe. One day, Captain Laura summoned Nathan to the main bridge. He quickly arrived, feeling curious about the sudden call. Captain Laura stood near the command console, looking serious but calm. "Nathan," she said warmly, "we've received an invitation from the planet Zoraya. Their new queen wishes to meet representatives from humanity, and your presence is specifically requested." Nathan felt a rush of surprise. "Zoraya? Could it be Liana?" "That's right," Captain Laura confirmed, smiling gently. "The message mentioned your name clearly." Nathan felt excitement and nervousness all at once. "I'll be ready," he promised. Determined to represent humanity well and eager to see Liana again, the Aurora set course for Zoraya, a journey of several days. Nathan used this time to prepare himself, studying information about Zorayan culture and customs provided by the ship's database. He wanted to ensure he would not make any mistakes or misunderstandings upon arrival. When they finally approached Zoraya, Nathan marveled at the beauty of the planet. It was covered in lush greenery and sparkling blue oceans, unlike any world he had seen before. As their shuttle descended toward the capital city, he noticed graceful buildings crafted from a beautiful pale stone with structures elegantly designed and full of life. Upon landing, Nathan and Captain Laura were greeted warmly by Zorayan diplomats. Nathan recognized the alien's lavender skin and shimmering hair, just like Liana's. He felt a comforting familiarity, easing some of his nerves. "Welcome," greeted an elderly Zorayan diplomat named Oran. "Queen Liana awaits your arrival in the palace. Please follow me." Nathan and Captain Laura followed Oran through the city, impressed by the peacefulness and advanced technology evident everywhere. Citizens waved and smiled warmly as they passed, making Nathan feel welcome and appreciated. Soon, they arrived at the palace, a beautiful structure of smooth white stone and crystal-like windows. Guards bowed respectfully as they entered. Nathan's heart quickened as they approached the throne room, nervous yet hopeful. Inside the throne room, a young woman sat elegantly upon a throne crafted of delicate crystal and gold. Her silver hair shimmered gently, and her lavender eyes lit up warmly as she saw Nathan. It was Liana, older and more mature, but still recognizable. She stood gracefully, smiling brightly. "Wait, I remember now," she exclaimed softly, stepping forward. "You must be the one who rescued me years ago." "Nathan." Nathan smiled warmly, bowing respectfully. "It's wonderful to see you again, Queen Liana." "Please," Liana said gently, "just call me Liana. You are always welcome here." Liana invited Nathan and Captain Laura to join her for a private meal. As they ate, Liana shared about her life since returning to Zoraya, how she became queen after her father, and the challenges she faced ruling her people. "I often thought of you," Liana admitted quietly. "You saved my life and showed me kindness when I needed it most." "I hoped we would meet again." Nathan felt touched by her words. "I thought of you as well, hoping you were safe and happy." Liana smiled gently. "Life has been good, but leading can be lonely. Your visit is important to me personally and to my people. It shows them that friendships with humans can be meaningful." Nathan nodded, understanding the responsibility she carried. "We'll do all we can to support and help strengthen relations between our worlds," he promised sincerely. Days passed quickly on Zoraya as Nathan and Captain Laura met with Zorayan leaders and learned about their culture and technologies. Nathan spent much of his time with Liana, their friendship growing deeper each day. They walked together through the palace gardens, discussing their dreams for peace and cooperation between their people. One evening, while walking beside a serene lake, Liana stopped suddenly, turning to Nathan with earnest eyes. "Nathan, there are factions among my people who fear this alliance. They worry that humans may betray us." Nathan met her gaze seriously. "I promise, humans value peace and friendship. I will prove this to your people. Liana smiled warmly, placing a gentle hand on his arm. I believe in you, Nathan. You've always shown kindness and bravery. Their bond deepened with each conversation, creating trust that went beyond politics. However, not everyone on Zariah approved of their growing friendship. In the shadows, some powerful nobles planned carefully, fearing human influence would diminish their power. One day, Nathan received a troubling message from Oran. Be careful, Nathan, the diplomat warned. Some nobles plot against you and the queen. Watch your back. Nathan took the warning seriously. He remained alert, concerned for Liana's safety. When he shared his concerns, Liana seemed unsurprised, but troubled. I feared something like this would happen, she sighed. Some nobles resist change fiercely. We will face this together, Nathan assured her firmly. You are not alone. Touched by his loyalty, Liana squeezed his hand gratefully. Thank you, Nathan. Your courage gives me strength. As Nathan and Liana continued to build their friendship and promote unity between their worlds, the hidden danger grew stronger. Nathan knew they needed to be careful, but he refused to abandon his mission or his friend. One night, alarms suddenly rang throughout the palace. Nathan woke quickly, senses alert. He rushed to Liana's quarters, finding her safe but shaken. There was an attempt to breach the palace, Liana explained anxiously. Security stopped them, but it's clear someone intended harm. Nathan stood protectively beside her. We must strengthen your security and uncover who is behind this. Liana nodded, determination filling her eyes. We will face this threat together, Nathan. I trust you completely. Their resolve solidified. Nathan and Liana prepared to confront the hidden dangers threatening their alliance and their lives. They knew the path ahead would be difficult, but their friendship and trust gave them courage to move forward, united against any threat. Nathan checked the control panel one last time, making sure all readings were normal. It had been a quiet shift aboard the starship Aurora, and he felt grateful for that. Nathan was not a soldier or a diplomat. He was a simple engineer, happiest when fixing broken machines or running routine checks. Quiet days meant fewer emergencies, fewer problems to solve, and more peaceful sleep. Suddenly, the peaceful silence was broken by a loud alarm. Nathan jumped in his seat, heart racing. He quickly checked the monitors to see what was wrong. A distress signal flashed urgently on the screen. It was coming from a nearby system, known only as Sector 14, a quiet area where few ships ever traveled. He hesitated only for a second before contacting Captain Laura, the Aurora's leader. Captain, there's a distress signal coming from Sector 14. Should we investigate? He asked, his voice calm but serious. Nathan, set a course immediately, Captain Laura replied firmly. We can't ignore a call for help. Prepare a shuttle and go check it out. Take precautions. We don't know what's waiting out there. Nathan nodded, quickly leaving his seat. He headed to the shuttle bay, checking his gear as he went. He felt nervous but determined. Helping others was important, even if he did not know what to expect. Shuttle launched smoothly from Aurora, and Nathan set the coordinates precisely. As he entered Sector 14, his sensors picked up a large, unknown vessel floating silently in space. It was damaged and lifeless, drifting aimlessly among the stars. Carefully, Nathan maneuvered closer, inspecting the strange ship. The vessel was alien, its dark, smooth hull covered with unknown markings. He had never seen anything like it before. He wondered briefly if he should call for backup, but then he thought about whoever might still be alive aboard the silent ship. Every moment counted. Docking carefully, he prepared himself and boarded the alien vessel. Inside, it was dark and cold. The emergency lights flickered weakly, barely illuminating the corridors. Nathan moved slowly, holding a small flashlight, tightly in one hand and a scanner in the other. Hello? Anyone here? He called softly, feeling slightly foolish talking to empty air. Only silence replied, heavy and pressing dot as he moved deeper into the ship. Nathan's scanner picked up a faint life sign ahead. His heart quickened. Someone was alive here. He hurried forward, carefully avoiding the scattered debris that littered the floor. Reaching a sealed door, he saw the control panel was damaged. Quickly, Nathan pulled out his tools, working rapidly but carefully. After a few tense moments, the door hissed open. Inside, the room was dimly lit, filled with strange machines and glowing screens dotting the far corner. A small figure lay motionless on the floor. Nathan approached cautiously, shining his flashlight on the figure. It was a young alien woman, unconscious but breathing weakly. Her appearance surprised him. She looked almost human, except for the soft lavender skin and shimmering silver hair that spread gently around her face. Nathan knelt beside her, checking her vital signs with his scanner. "You're alive," he whispered in relief, carefully lifting her head. Slowly, the alien woman opened her eyes, blinking weakly. She looked frightened and confused, trying to pull away from Nathan's touch. "It's okay," Nathan said gently, smiling reassuringly. "I'm here to help. My name is Nathan. You're safe now." She hesitated, studying his face carefully. After a moment, she seemed to understand he meant no harm and relaxed slightly. "Help ... Please," she murmured softly, her voice barely audible. "Don't worry, I'm getting you out of here," Nathan promised, carefully lifting her into his arms. She was surprisingly light, delicate in his embrace. Quickly, he made his way back to the shuttle, carrying the alien woman carefully. The ship's lights flickered dangerously, signaling that time was running out. Nathan hurried, his breath coming fast as the walls around him groaned and shifted alarmingly. They reached the shuttle just as the alien ship began to tremble violently. Nathan secured the woman in a seat, strapping her in safely. "Hold on," he warned, activating the shuttle's engines. The shuttle pulled away swiftly, escaping just in time as the alien vessel exploded silently, the bright flash lighting up space behind them. Nathan let out a long breath, his hands trembling slightly from relief and adrenaline. He set the shuttle's autopilot back to Aurora, then turned his attention back to his passenger. The alien woman looked weak but alert, her eyes wide with gratitude and amazement. "You saved me," she whispered softly, her voice gentle and musical. "Thank you, Nathan." Nathan nodded warmly, sitting beside her. "You're welcome. Can you tell me your name?" he asked gently. "I am Liana," she replied, watching him closely, from Zariah. Nathan smiled kindly. "You're safe now, Liana. We're heading back to my ship." She nodded slowly, her eyes heavy as she leaned back, exhaustion overtaking her once more. Nathan watched over her protectively, feeling a strange but strong bond already forming between them. Back aboard Aurora, Nathan carefully transferred Liana to the medical bay where doctors checked her condition. Captain Laura came to see him, a proud smile on her face. "You did well, Nathan," she praised warmly. "You saved a life today." Nathan nodded modestly, glancing back toward the medical bay where Liana rested. "I'm glad I was there," he said sincerely, feeling a quiet pride fill his chest. Days later, Liana had recovered enough to stand on her own. She spoke little, observing everything around her carefully. Nathan visited her often, quietly learning about her life and culture. Each conversation brought them closer, their trust and friendship growing steadily. Finally, it was time for Liana to return home. Nathan accompanied her to the shuttle, feeling sadness at their parting. Before boarding, Liana turned to him, her gaze filled with deep appreciation. "Nathan," she said softly, "I will never forget you." Nathan smiled warmly, nodding gently. "Take care, Liana. I hope we meet again someday." She boarded the shuttle, turning to look at him one last time before disappearing inside. Nathan watched as the shuttle flew away, vanishing into the vastness of space. He returned to his duties, his life continuing as usual. Yet he often found his thoughts drifting back to Liana, wondering where her journey would take her next. Little did he know that their paths were destined to cross again, under circumstances he could never imagine.